right now. Have you ever seen this before? This is from our wonderful brand improvements here at HSN. This is the world's famous ice maker, and it also happens to be one of our 10 faves of the day. If I told you you could make 28 pounds of ice in 24 hours, what would you say? I know, that's way more than our regular ice makers make in our refrigerators. You can actually see it happening live before your eyes. It makes ice in as little as 6 minutes. And I mean truly crystal clean, pure ice. We love this thing, and I know I'm not alone. If you have the Improvements Ice Maker, give us a call. 1-866-376-8255. No more running out to buy ice. No more bringing ice back from the grocery store. Always having ice on demand. Whether you're tailgating, whether it's an RV, whether it's a get-together or a party, ice as much as you want, whenever you want. Here's what they're doing for the holiday weekend. They took the price from $203 to $149.95. They added in free shipping and handling, and they gave us 5 flexible payments of $29.99. There's a lot to get to and not a lot of time. So the amazing Tim Wilkins is here. Tim, sir, it feels like just yesterday that we launched this. This thing's like always been a big, big hit because nobody's seen ice makers like this before.
No, and tens of thousands since we launched this, which is so much fun to know how much everyone else has enjoyed this as much as we have. But the thing about this is the portability. No running electric, no having it installed, if you price those out, by the way. No plumbing to be done. All you do is take out this ice tray that's been filled with ice in the last hour and a half since we've been running this, pour in regular water. You don't even have to buy special water. Push this in, put this back in to catch all the ice, and pick the size of ice, and this is important. The size of ice, you turn on the power, and then you select between small, medium, and large ice cubes. When it needs water, it'll say, hey, add water. When it's full of ice, you need to dump it out and keep making more ice. It says ice full.
Right.
That's the whole operation. That's how simple it is. And over the course, like you said, in 6 minutes, it starts making ice depending on the size.
Right.
Over the course of this presentation, you'll hear all 3 of these crank out ice 2 or 3 times. And that's what it's like when you have this.
So the thing is that you don't have to wait for it. So many of us, we wait hours. Or we use the little ice trays and get like 12 pieces.
Okay, not just that, but when you use the little ice trays, they always smell.
Yeah.
They smell like the frozen peas, the leftover pot pie, all the stuff that's in there. They make ice every 8 to 12 hours.
Right.
If you've ever said, wow, I wish I need more ice tomorrow for my picnic, my fishing trip, the kids are going to play some sport, you put those ice trays in there, you spill about half of it,
right.
You spill some onto the bottom of the ice tray and the freezer and it sticks, you gotta pry it out, and then crunching it out, you think, well, that took half a day
right.
to make 12 cubes. This can make, it's about a little over a pound an hour. And when I tell you how much that is, it just keeps cranking it out. The other day I went to leave for a trip, and I have the little soft-sided coolers that we sell here.
Yep.
And I dumped my entire ice tray out of my refrigerator, which spills about a half of it on the floor
right.
anyway, and it barely filled the bottom. And I said, this took an entire day to make that. I said, I've got an hour and 20 minutes. I turned on my little ice maker, and it kept cranking it out. I dumped it out, and in an hour and 15 minutes, I filled my soft-sided cooler with this.
I mean, you think about that, and all those times, and it might be that you're having people over, it might be that you're going to the beach, it might be that you've got the RV or you're going tailgating. Think about all those times when you have been out and you've bought ice, or all those times when, just like Tim said, there wasn't enough ice. This is your own ice maker. This is the first I'm aching for this product, Tim. It's fantastic. It's the first airing of the weekend. How many do we have? Is it like 2,900? Okay, so it's 2,900 in the 3 colors. This is called your ice blue. This is your silver, and that's your black. So there's only 2,900 for the entire country. The black we're best in right now, the silver and the ice blue will be the first to sell out. It's also very easy to use, isn't it?
So easy to use, but I want to explain, if we can grab one of these large cubes over here,
sure.
The difference in the sizes and why they're important. So, and I'll make you a smoothie to prove it. So you've got the small, the medium, and the large. Little difference on these that I managed to grab. They've got these holes in them, which is the water freezes around these little ice fingers. That's how it's got the hole in it. But it also allows on the small for this to crush up to this beautiful creamy consistency for your morning smoothie, your juices, pina coladas,
nice.
daiquiris, the blue Hawaiians, anything that you want to have that beautiful creamy frozen consistency. Milkshakes, you throw that in with a banana, scoop of protein powder. I do that every morning for Amber before she leaves for work. It makes a beautiful, delicious smoothie. The medium, good for everything, especially sodas. It's like that ice that you drive all over town to get. So many people are so particular about their soda ice.
How true is that?
The large is great for filling coolers, ice trays. If you're putting out, like we just had a party, if you're putting out iced like shrimp and dips that have to stay cold, the ice really fills the trays and your ice chest nicely, which is the size I made to fill my ice chest the other day. And if you're drinking those beverages that took, well, let's say 12 to 14 to 16 years to perfect, and you want to put a big cube in there that'll cool it down really well without it watering down the drink, that's why that large cube is so cool and so important to have just the right size.
You can choose which size ice you want.
Indeed. Oh, and by the way, a new thing we started doing for just these was adding these beautiful covers. So when you're traveling, it's got a zipper in the back. It fits really nice. It says improvements down here on the bottom. It's absolutely beautiful. We've added this in.
Okay, so you get that included in it. So it's our big value for the holiday weekend. They are letting me know as well that there is, oh good, they did put free shipping and handling on it. So we'll send you with free shipping and handling. 9 minutes left. You're in very good company ordering this because you know, we've sold hundreds of thousands of these. We compared, I remember when Tim and I launched it, we had compared so many different ice makers. We tested them for speed, we tested them for performance, we tested them for style and shape and purity. We tested ice makers for noise. I mean, we tested every single thing, and you said the same as us. This is one of the best ice makers out there at any price. The irony is people are spending a lot more money on different ice makers. At $149, it's a lower price, but it delivers so much more. Remember, in total, 28 pounds of ice in 24 hours. We can get you ice in about 6 minutes. Now, if you're ordering tonight, maybe you would like to apply for the HSN credit card. I've said this a few times because we have a big update. We've never done $40 off a single item purchase if you apply. So you can get $40 off if you apply for the HSN credit card tonight. What? Oh, nice. We're ready for the smoothie.
You know what? So much, yeah, I wish it was a margarita. So much great ice in there. Let's add a little more liquid to it. It's gonna seize up on it. There we go,
need a
right
more
there.
powerful
Check
blender.
that out. No, this guy will, this will grind up all kinds of stuff. There we go.
Oh, wow.
Now watch, here's what I wanna point out in just a few seconds. Watch the consistency of just a quick blend on this. Watch how creamy and delicious this is. If you're trying to eat more healthy for the new year, get that healthy, get those protein smoothies, get the fruit smoothies, get your protein going. If you've got a NutriBullet, like so many people, and you want to add those fresh fruits and vegetables to your life. Now, hang on, my friend, of course I got you.
I knew you'd have a straw.
You know I did.
Cheers.
Cheers to your health.
To yours.
Now, you taste that. Those pellets, it's that ice grinds up in just a few seconds to that beautiful, creamy consistency. So if you're having those people over, even to your RV, so many of our RVers are out hitting the road now that the snow's thawing in a lot of the country. To put that in there, you don't have an ice maker in your RV, and if you do, it makes just a few cubes. This is the great way to be the party RV where everyone's gonna come around. If you're tailgating, I have friends all over now, you're a Floridian now, with the tiki bars.
Yes.
So when the people come over to your tiki bar and you've got this sitting out, how great is that ice blue gonna look on your tiki bar with a couple of your fish and the signs that say, you know, if you think here, you drink here kind of stuff. How great is that gonna be with the ice bucket right next to it with a never-ending ice bucket that continually fills and continually fills?
And it's a one-time purchase. That's the nice thing. You've got a product here that's designed to last for years and years. Folks, you don't need to use any special water. There's no drain required. We say that and we say it again and again and again because it's so important. Some other ice makers, there is a drain required. You don't need a water line, obviously. We've had people calling and say they're buying it for a college dorm. We've had people call and say, I'm having a barbecue, friends are coming over. Yes, tailgating, entertaining, parties. We've had people call in who've said, oh my gosh, my daughter's getting married, we're having a party, or there's a baby shower, we're having a get-together. I'm buying this so we can have as much ice as we need. 6 minutes left, ice blue, silver, or black available. It's hard to put in perspective how much ice this can really do, though.
Let me do that for you.
Okay.
This is 28 pounds of ice. That's what this looks like. When you're thinking filling that big cooler before you go out boating or fishing or camping. You fill this up to take all the snacks to the kids' soccer games or football games like we used to when mine were little. You're able to now do that by just turning this on, and when this fills, every hour, hour and a half, you dump this out and store it. You dump this out and store it, and you keep doing it because it's that simple to make this much ice without running to the store, storing it. What I actually like to do for this is I'll let this run before I go somewhere and store 5 to 10 pounds in the freezer.
Right.
And actually, here's our ice right there, mate.
The money shot, let's do it.
Oh, it's this one. Here we are. This is what it looks like as this continues. We are 10 minutes in, and this is the medium size. Oh, and large is gonna come out too right now. That's the timing on it. So now it's like slot machines paying off. So you hear it dumping left and right. And this one's now dumping. That's what it's like when you're gonna need ice instead of middle of the party. When someone says, oh, we're out of ice.
It's an ice emergency.
Who hasn't had too much to go out and get 10 more pounds ice? Don't be unsafe anymore. Don't leave the party. Stay here and let us make the ice for you.
Folks, it's a fantastic product that really does. It solves that problem. A lot of us are buying ice. We are buying ice. And Tim, even to your point, you can't compare. If you take the refrigerator ice maker, how much ice that makes, how long it takes to make it, or those of us that are still using the plastic trays.
Oh, you may as well be in the 40s. You may as well go down and buy a block to bring back to the house. And I don't know about you, you talk about how beautifully quiet this is, except for that we opened it up to hear it dispensing the ice. My ice maker at the house sounds like someone's breaking in. If I fall asleep on the couch watching a show, and I've timed it now, I said, because of the curiosity with this, I've actually timed my ice maker. It's about an hour and 45 minutes to make about 16 cubes that are that crescent shape that you have to work your way around with the glass or it spills down the side of your mouth. These are beautiful, delicious, fresh cubes every time, just the right shape.
Guys, if you'd like to order yours, definitely call in. You can order online at hsn.com. Lots of new customers joining us today for the holiday weekend. Let me just explain how our FlexPay works. FlexPay is the thing that makes HSN so truly magnificent. We started 40 years ago and we pioneered this feature called Flex. Some call it FlexiPay, some call it Easy Pay. It's definitely the best way to pay. So any item that you ever see that kind of symbol down there, the black line, the bar, it means we've broken it. Oh, is it gray? It looks black to me. It means we can basically take a fifth of the price. So when you call in, you pay $29 and change plus tax, and we instantly send you your Improvements Ice Maker. Oh, here we go. There's more. It's doing it, Tim.
Here it comes. So now it reloads, and those ice fingers now are going to be reloaded with water after this dumps out into the tray. And here we go. This is so much fun to watch. And knowing that if you've got an ice bucket next to this, this is almost full. I'm gonna empty this out into the ice bucket and let this make another 1.5 pounds of ice. By the way, I wanna point out, this is not an ice storer.
Right.
Store this in an actual ice bucket. Jeffrey Banks has a lovely one here, or back in the freezer to keep this truly cold and let this make ice, which is what it's meant to do. Now, Adam, I mentioned this. Here's a little suit coat for this.
This is new.
This is nice and so snappy. You don't have to put this away anymore because it looks so beautiful on the counter. Let's zip this guy up. And look how beautiful that is.
Fantastic.
That is really nice. Yeah, this is why the black is so good for so many people.
Okay, the ice blue and the silver. Which is going to be the first to sell out now, did you say, Steve? Steve is our producer tonight, and it's his birthday. Did you know it's Steve's birthday?
No, I didn't know that. We go way. Steve and I went to rival high schools together. I don't know if you're aware of that. California, it's great. Every time I see Steve, we catch up on all the people.
Oh, I see you've known him for a long time.
About 30 years.
How weird is that? Steve is our superstar producer tonight. So black, silver, and ice blue available. I like that you've got the peekaboo window as well at the top, so you can see this in action. You'll notice that all three are working, and it is virtually silent in here, other than Tim and I yabbering on. There's really no sound to it at all. So fast, it's convenient, it's easy. Can you just show the three different ices one last time?
I want to show that as well, but I also want to show really quickly how easy this is to work. So to drain this out, on this side, there's a drain. When you're done using it, open this drain up, let that drain out, and just wipe out the inside of the unit. To fill this and get it running, there is no